Hey everyone, welcome back, and this is going to be part 11 in my DVD and Blu-ray Collection Series. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get started. If you hear the Suspiria theme in the background, it's because I have it going on my laptop right now. So, yeah, I just downloaded it from Amazon, and yeah, so I'm listening to it right now while I do my DVD update. Or DVD update. DVD Collection Series. So, let's go ahead and get started. John Hughes, 16 Candles, starring Anthony Michael Hall and Molly Ringwald. Movies. Special edition, Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan, Sleepless in Seattle. Slime City. Another fun, slimy, disgusting film. Slumber Party Massacre, The Massacre Collection. Slumber Party Massacre 2. Slumber Party Massacre 3. Widescreen edition of Smoking Aces. Something's Gotta Give, Jack Nicholson, Diane Keaton. An awesome movie. I didn't like it the very first time I watched it. I think it was just because I was watching in this almost 2-hour movie. How long is this? 111 minutes. Came out in 2001. It's called Sordid Lives. It's awesome. I mean, it's very dry humor, and it's basically a black comedy about white trash. And, that's all I can say about it. It's definitely one to check out. It's awesome. Special edition of Stand By Me, one of my absolute childhood favorite films. Yeah, this and The Sandlot were two films I watched a lot as a kid, and I mean, obviously Stand By Me is a much better movie. It's more on a serious tone, I guess, and then Sandlot's just fun overall. But yeah, Stand By Me is an excellent film. Definitely want to check out. Thomas Jane in Stander. Little underrated. Don't really ever hear a lot of people talking about it, but it's based on a true story. And I like Thomas Jane as an actor, and he does a good job in this movie. Speed. This is not the special edition. This is the one I grabbed out of the $5 bin at Walmart. It just comes with 2 commentaries, but overall, it's a great movie. I haven't ever seen Speed 2, so I don't know if that's any good. Sorority Boys. 40th anniversary edition of The Sound of Music, 2-disc. Yeah, 2-disc. Spaceballs Collector's Edition. Mel Brooks, John Candy, Rick Moranis, and Mel Brooks is also in this movie. But it's the 2-disc special edition too. Spider-Man 1, the widescreen special 2-disc edition. Spider-Man widescreen special edition part 2, 2-disc. And then finally Spider-Man 3. This is just the 1-disc. I didn't worry about getting the special edition because this one had some special features on it. So I didn't worry about paying more to get the 2-disc one. Another one of my favorite 80s slashers, Earn a Higher Degree in Terror at Splatter University. It's a fun little splattery horror movie. A very good documentary on a local hospital here in Louisville, Kentucky called Waverly Hills Sanitarium. This was all shot from people at the Sci-Fi Channel. And basically it's a documentary on this hospital that's here in Louisville, Kentucky. And it was opened in the 20s and 30s and all the way up to the 60s. But it was basically a place for TB, which they didn't have a cure for, tuberculosis. So they basically sent people there to make them feel good. And basically it was a place to, if you got sent there, you're going to die. Because that's, basically they were just kind of quarantining people up there. But it's over, and if anyone's from Louisville, Kentucky, they would know what I'm talking about. But it's just this big, old, abandoned sanitarium that's sitting off a Dixie Highway up on a hill. So It's very creepy, and this documentary is very creepy too. But I believe you can get this on Amazon. But it's a really good documentary. All shot here in Louisville. St. Elmo's Fire, another one of my favorites from the 80s. Rat Pack edition. Brat Pack edition. Emilio Estevez, Rob Lowe, Andrew McCartney, Demi Moore, Judd Nelson, Ali Sheedy, Mary Winnington, and Andy McDowell. This was a really good one. I always liked it. St. Elmo's Fire. Step Up, widescreen. Step Up to the Streets, Part 2. The Stepford Wives, the original one. Stepford Wives with Nicole Kidman, the 2000-something remake. More of a comedy in this version. Not really a horror movie anymore. Dimension Extreme Storm Warning from the director of Urban Legend. John Candy in Summer Rental. Mark Hamill in a Carl Reiner film, Summer School. Another one of those movies I always saw as a kid and always liked. Also starring Kirstie Alley. Unrated extended edition of Superbad. This is a very, very funny movie. I'm sure a lot of people have already seen this movie, so I don't really need to talk about it. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. It's very funny. The 2-disc special edition of Dario Argento's Suspiria. This is my favorite film of his. The colors, the cinematography, the acting, the story, the soundtrack, the score, everything about this movie is amazing. Definitely want to check out if anyone hasn't seen this movie. Swamp Thing, starring Adrienne Barbeau. Reese Witherspoon in Sweet Home Alabama. She's one of my favorite actresses, and this is a good movie. Cameron Diaz, Christina Applegate, Selma Blair, The Sweetest Thing. If anyone watches this movie, get the unrated version. There's a couple scenes that are awesome. It's just funnier than hell. But, yeah, it's definitely worth a look. Oh, Thomas Jane also stars in this too. Tales from the Dark Side, the movie. I do want to get the season that they just now released on DVD. Season 1, Tales from the Dark Side. Teen Witch. This was actually a very funny movie. It's from the people who did Wet Hot American Summer. It's got a bunch of people in it. Adam Brody, Rob Corddry, I don't know how to say his last name. Femke Jensen, Kenneth Silver, Ken Marino, Gretchen Moe, Oliver Flatt, Paul Rudd, Winona Ryder, and Liv Schreiber with Jessica Biel. It's basically 10 short stories, all based on the 10 Commandments. And it's not really making fun of the 10 Commandments, but it's just 10 shorts on the 10 Commandments, done very funny. And it's a very funny-ass movie. Definitely, it's one to check out. Arnold Schwarzenegger in Terminator, first one. Terminator 2 Extreme DVD. Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines. And actually Terminator 4 comes out this year starring Christian Bale, and I cannot wait. I think it looks really good. Terms of Endearment starring Shirley MacLaine, Jack Nicholson, and Deborah Winger. Jamie Lee Curtis in Terror Train. Really good, fun little slasher movie. Came out in the 80s. The 2-disc Ultimate Edition of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, a Tobe Hooper film. This is actually the best version to own on DVD. I do not have the Blu-ray. I know that Slow Rider was telling me about how good the picture and stuff was. But, yeah, this is definitely the best one to have on DVD. The picture in this is amazing. and it's got a bunch of special features on it. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, the gruesome edition. This is the one to get for the second movie because it has a bunch of stuff on it. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, Leatherface, the unrated and rated version cut. I do not own Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 4, The Next Generation, because I hate that movie. It's crap. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, A Family Portrait Revisited. This is basically a documentary on the first film and just talking about, what all went down. Texas Chainsaw Massacre The Beginning, unrated, Too Shocking for Theaters edition. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003 remake. There's Something About Mary, The Thing, and 13 Ghosts. So check me back with my Part 11.